There are a ton of reasons that people are moving to Asheville. But for a lot of folks, it really comes down to one thing: the mountains. You've got the views, the privacy, that quiet sense of escape that you just can't find in most places. But it isn't all pure mountain splendor here. Living in a true mountain home also comes with some trade-offs. I'm Justin Grogan, your Asheville real estate advisor. In today's video, we're gonna break down the real pros and cons of buying a mountain home in Asheville. Our first pro, and the number one reason that most people choose a mountain home, is for the views and the privacy. When you think about living in the mountains of Western North Carolina, this is usually the picture. Long-range mountain views, sunsets over the ridgelines, night skies filled with stars, and absolute peace and quiet. Mountain homes typically sit on larger parcels, which means you have a ton of privacy because you're not right on top of your neighbors. The mountains naturally provide a sense of separation. The trees, the elevation, the distance, all of it gives you a kind of privacy that you just don't get when you live in town. And for most second home buyers, this is exactly what they're looking for: a place that instantly feels like a retreat the moment you arrive. Now, most mountain homes also have really big decks on the outside that are designed to frame those views and are perfect for enjoying coffee in the morning, a glass of wine in the evening, or perhaps even a relaxing soak in a hot tub. This leads us to our first con of mountain living: accessibility. If you want those incredible long-range mountain views, you're probably going to have to drive up a mountain to get them, and that sometimes can be a little challenging. Access varies a ton from property to property, but you'll commonly find gravel roads, sharp switchbacks, narrower stretches, or driveways that feel steeper than what you might expect. One of the challenges for buyers is that you cannot accurately judge access from online photos. The only way to get a true sense of the access for each property is to see a home in person. Now, higher elevations also hold snow and ice a little bit longer in the winter, so it's common to be snowed in for a day or two every winter. Now, these things aren't deal breakers per se, they're just the realities of mountain living. One of the biggest pros of owning a mountain home, and one of the hardest things to describe until you've actually lived it, is the lifestyle. Whether you're looking for a second home or you're moving here full time, this is exactly what draws people from all over the country. Mountain living just feels different. There's a deeper sense of privacy because your home is tucked into the landscape, and you're surrounded by trees, elevation, and quiet, not traffic, noise, and constant movement. I had a client recently tell me that he could feel the stress of his day-to-day life disappear as we wound our way up the mountain. And that is what it's all about. For people who want a weekend retreat or a part-time home, that shift is exactly what makes the mountains so appealing. It gives you space to reset, to breathe, to reconnect with what matters. And for the right person, that's what makes mountain living so special. But in order to have that peaceful mountain lifestyle that we just talked about, one of the real trade-offs is just simple convenience. A trip down to grab a loaf of bread, pick up takeout, or run a quick errand isn't always so quick. You really have to plan your trips into town instead of being able to make spontaneous runs for groceries. And a few everyday tasks work differently when you're living in the mountains. Trash often has to be hauled down to the bottom of the mountain, mail delivery can be challenging, and guests or delivery drivers might need some extra directions to find your home. Now, none of this is terribly difficult, it's just different. Another thing to consider is that mountain lots are generally larger, but because of the steep terrain, flat, usable yard space for pets or kids can be a little limited. Another big pro is the signature mountain home styles that you usually don't see outside of the mountains. Buying a mountain home often means exploring designs that look nothing like the homes you've owned before, and that's a huge part of the fun. You'll see A-frames, log cabins, and timber frame homes which feature vaulted ceilings, exposed beams, stone fireplaces, and huge windows that bring the outdoors into you. These homes feel warm, cozy, and rooted in the landscape. I had a client recently ask me where he was going to put his 70-inch TV in the living room of this home that we were touring. I had to break it to him that these homes generally aren't designed to accommodate large TVs because you don't buy a mountain home to sit on the couch and watch a lot of TV. But these homes are designed with large glass doors and windows so you can spend your time staring out at stunning mountain vistas or enjoying the views from your large outdoor deck. And I'll tell you this, when clients talk to me about wanting a true mountain home, they light up when they describe these features. It's the charm and the character that make mountain living so special. A potential con for some buyers is the additional systems and maintenance that come with owning a mountain home. Your water is generally going to come from a well, and you'll have a septic system instead of city sewer. Now, these generally work great. They just require periodic maintenance like pump checks, water testing, and the emptying of your septic tank, all of which is handled by professionals. Now, there's also driveway and private road upkeep. There's gravel refreshes, resurfacing, and managing wear and tear after rains. General mountain upkeep is normal here. Think about tree trimming and clearing limbs and that kind of stuff. But the plus side is that most mountain homes don't have big grassy yards that you have to mow, which makes them really easy for second homeowners to manage more remotely. Our final pro is that you have plenty of areas to choose from when you're shopping for a true mountain home in the Asheville area. If you're dreaming of big, long-range views, a great area is to look west towards Waynesville and then north towards Burnsville. Waynesville dips deeper into the Smokies with dramatic ridgelines, while Burnsville to the north offers some of the highest elevations and widest views anywhere near Asheville. Now, if you want a cozy mountain cabin that's not too remote, then look in the areas around the charming mountain towns of Black Mountain to the east and Weaverville to the north. These are upscale towns with a true mountain feel and some great options that are pretty close to town but still feel tucked into the mountains. And if you're looking for rural mountain living but still want easy access into Asheville itself, then just south of town in Fairview and in the Cane Creek Valley, this is the sweet spot. Picture a peaceful setting, rolling scenery, and convenient access into Asheville and the airport, which is a big reason that second home buyers love this area. Now, each area has its own personality, quirks, and price points, and that's why it's important to have a local real estate advisor who understands these areas and can help you identify which ones are the best fit for you. So if you're still watching, you're either serious about buying a mountain home or you just really enjoy hearing me talk about gravel driveways. But either way, if you're thinking about making a move here, I'm here to help. So give me a call, shoot me a message, and let's help you find your place in the mountains of Asheville, North Carolina.